Scope definition and contract requirements with certifying authority and regulatory requirements. Learning objective. After this module, you should be able to show an understanding of the project's certification structure and its relationship with the regulatory framework. Certification process to final acceptance. You would be able to verify that the EPC contract exhibits accurately track progressive completion to final acceptance and record progressive certification on the systems completions pyramid for the project. You'll be able to verify that all witness points, hold points and any particular requirement are identified. Verify the means of tracking regulatory and certification issues. Assign people to interface with the certifying or regulatory authority, and if none exists within the project team, then to provide that interface. To establish witness and hold points pertinent to commissioning and startup. And finally, to cultivate a first-class relationship with external agents from the certifying or regulatory authority. Turnover in accordance with API RP1FSC Annex A and handover to final acceptance, and the development of a completions pyramid. Learning objective of this module. At the conclusion of this module, you will show understanding of the contents of API RP1FSC, create a visual representation of the systems completion process, produce the structure of a turnover completions package, and be able to demonstrate the need for agreement with operations to determine handover requirements. Handover and turnover procedures. The workflows, procedures and documentation to support the process is known as the turnover completion package. All major operating companies will have their own version of TCPs and the way in which transfer of care, custody and control is achieved. Handovers to operations are managed through the TCCC process, as this is known. Annex A of API RP1FSC contains a sample turnover and completions package contents list. A sample turnover and completions package from API
contents
RP1FSC
listing from Annex A
is contained on the next
of
slide.
API RP1FSC. We can see
In the
there are a
sample
number of
contents
headings,
listing from
system
Annex A
definition,
of
supporting
API
documentation,
RP1FSC,
mechanical
we can
completion.
see there are a number of headings: system definition, supporting documentation, mechanical completion records, pre-commissioning records, commissioning records, vendor documentation, operational startup and performance testing, management of change or MOC, and regulatory documents. In more detail, Item 1, Systems Definition, will include systems description, system boundaries as shown on drawings, and all tagged data. Item 2, in Supporting Documentation, will include the as commissioned or as drawn P&IDs, block diagrams and single line diagrams, a list of blind flanges and other included temporaries, preservation records, lockout, tagout, software, bypass log, startup spares and material safety data sheets. Item 3, mechanical completion records, all of the installation check sheets, the relevant certificates and punch list items. Item 4, pre-commissioning records, including all B check sheets as completed and punch list records. Section 5, commissioning records, all commissioning procedures, all completed C check sheets and all punch list items. Section 6, vendor documentation, to include all site reports and drawings, spare parts and materials, tools lists with all other documentation and manuals. Section 7, operational, startup and performance testing, including pre-startup safety reports, startup procedure and performance test procedure. Item 8, management of change, all MOC items. Item 9, all regulatory documentation.